Today at this event, we're going to be seeing different speakers, and in particular, we're going to be interested in LinkedIn. They're going to be speaking about the future of work, and we're going to be trying to understand how we can apply that to sales. Why is LinkedIn supporting the Barcelona Digital Talent Alliance project?
So the Barcelona Digital Talent Alliance project for us is absolutely in line with our mission, our vision, and our long-term strategy. So we talked a lot today about the economic graph. The economic graph is to digitize basically the local economies, but also the global economy. Why do we want to do that? Because we want to be able to empower companies, governments, schools, and our members so that they know what skills they need in order to get the jobs that are being demanded today and potentially the jobs that are being demanded for tomorrow. We always want to help also attract business to local areas. We want to make sure that Barcelona and Catalonia is attractive for investment. We've already seen a couple companies that are establishing their digital talent hubs here. In order to do that, you need economic incentives, which also need talent incentives. In order to have talent incentives, you need to know what talent you have today and what talent is going to be demanded by those companies that want to invest here. So LinkedIn, we have a lot of data. We're a big data company. And what we try to do is we try to take that data, put it into a digestible format, and give you valuable insights so that you can make decisions on how you train people, what companies you attract, what skills you're missing, and how to get those so that you can be or raise, what they say, rising tides raise all boats, right? So that if we actually can get more investment coming in here, it will improve our members' economic possibilities and the businesses' economic possibilities.
And then what's your take on the future of work?
Okay, so there's only one thing that I know that I don't know. What really is going to be the future of work.
Okay.
So things are changing so rapidly. Think about the fourth industrial revolution. The one thing that's different about this revolution as opposed to other revolutions is the constant rate of change. At LinkedIn, we know that when we look at the top 25 skills every 6 months to a year, half of those come off the list, right? Half of those come off the list from year to year, meaning that you are going to have to be, as a professional, reskilling constantly. You're going to have to be looking to platforms like LinkedIn to tell you what's the next best thing, what's the technology, what are companies demanding, how do I need to train myself? Companies need to be doing the same thing. But if I had to say 3 principal things or drivers right now of the future of work, I would say AI, automation, etc. I would say the gig economy. Right? Now, we don't like to talk about that. It's pretty controversial, but there are a lot of workers right now that would rather work by projects, right? So if you're thinking about that whole project, outsourcing, that kind of thing, managing remote teams, it's so much easier to manage remote teams these days. I would say that probably that would be the other thing. And then, if we're talking about robots, right? We talk about automation and how many jobs are going to be destroyed, how many are going to be created. I always think about the tourism industry. We have robot waiters now. What's the implication if we lose a lot of people who are professional waiters? Of course, that job is going to create 5 or 6 of the people who make the robots, who program the robots, who maintain the robots, and make sure the robots keep working, right? So, if I look at those 3 tendencies, I think those are what are going to drive a lot of what we do. And then I want to say 2 more things.
Okay.
From terms of leadership, right? We know that those technological changes are driving the way we work, but I think we need to think how that's changing us and the skills that we need to promote more within our companies. And those 2 are curiosity and creativity.
So what do we do?
It's what we are born with. So these are 2 things we are born with. And unfortunately, as we go through school and we go into companies, we forget to stop asking why, we forget to stop dreaming big. And I think if we think about the future of leadership, the future of leaders, a good leader is going to be able to unlock and unleash curiosity